G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. It's been busy, not in here, in the real world it's been busy, and in my proper job. I've barely done a thing, and included within that is I haven't really caught up on my comments, which I'll try and do probably this evening actually. But I do want to say a massive thanks, because you can see how many people are commenting. It's amazing. Christ, I'm 12 days behind. I've never done that before. Oh, sorry everyone. The reason why I wanted to talk about it though was because I've got lots of really good suggestions about how I stop this high idle on Mick, the XJ650, the 1980s XJ650. Lots of really good suggestions, some off mark, most on mark definitely, and I'll go into some of those in a second. I did want to highlight one. There you go, now that's somebody really trying to help. Username reprise. It's talking about the balancing on the carb, you're probably bang on, and I'll reply properly. But and Ian on the throttle cable. So what? I've kind of used my ball a little bit, just to try and zone you in on my thought process as much as anything else. So my horrendous handwriting. Carbs. I've ordered a full kit for it. That includes the diaphragms. They're on the way. They're Chinese, yes, but it does mean I'll take the carb off and I'll go through the whole thing and replace everything what needs replacing. There's a couple of bits that aren't in that kit that I might need, but we'll go into that when I strip the carb again, just to do it in more detail, frankly. But they're on order. They're coming, but that's not going to be today. A couple of the guys, Ian mentioned it there about the throttle, as to whether or not that's actually returning all the way. I'll show you that in a second. I think it is. Air, could it be an air leak, which is another popular one? It could be. There is a chunk out of one of those. I don't think it affects it, but I might give it a start and just spray some accelerant in there, see if I can get it to rev higher. I have ordered new ones though, because they are old and a bit cracked. Again, another Chinese knockoff, so they're it's not expensive, and they'll come when they come. The box, the filter, quite possibly. I don't really know. I'm going to give it a quick start and a quick run, I think, just to annoy the neighbours, because I've not done it for a week. And then I think what I'll do is then pretty much push it away and have a look at this tank that I haven't touched for nigh on a month, with all the sort of family dramas that I had for a little while. So I think it's going to be more of a tank day, so it's going to be not going to be the most interesting thing to watch. I'll admit it will please my neighbours, because I won't be making quite so much noise for quite so long. Right, so let's see if I can get this this started, and we'll see if we can narrow down whether or not there is air leak in the manifolds. And among others, Dan said that about one thing at a time. So I'd go from accelerant on that, and I think I'll knock off the throttle linkage not closing, because there's a lot of slack in the cable. In fact, let's have a quick look while it's quiet. We've got workmen over the road, so it's a bit noisy. So that's the throttle, that's the cable, that's it fully closed. There's no, it's not tight. It is, in my humble opinion, closing. Rather than try and do it with a finger, why not do it with a throttle? So, full throttle, half throttle. I let go of the throttle, you can see the cable giving way, if you like, kicking left. So, I think it's closing. Obviously there's a joint in that throttle. It's closing. Now if that's it, let go of the throttle, I can't push it down anymore. and go down anymore. Oh, no, that's the bend in it, you fucking moron. I got all excited then. Ow. You can see where I've had it on and off so many times. I've got a fray in the cable, so it's going to need a new one, but that's not... No, I'm getting excited because it's going down further. It's not, it's because it's linked, obviously. But we shall see. We'll give it a start up and see what happens. Right, let's get some fuel in it and we'll make some noise. Right, a little bit of fuel in there. I don't want to put too much in, mostly because it leaks like a sieve. That throttle is the throttle return is going all the way down. It's not hung up. You're going to have to take the cable off to prove it, but I can't be bothered. Because I'd have to take the carb out because the length of the cable, etc. Right, a bit smoky there because it's burning off the quick start that I tried around the manifolds, but I don't think it's a million miles away. It's just not consistent, and I'm sure it's fuel. I'm sure it's fuel through that carb. So look. Right, so having a look at my little list, I don't think it's that, because I didn't have any leaks down there. Don't think the box is doing that. I don't think it's air. I think it could be that. Could be that as well. So, you know, one way or another, I've got carbs on order, or carb kit on order, and we can do a build together on that. I'm pretty certain it's not that. Just because it pushed all the way down and made no real significant change. We shall see, but I think it's carbs. I think it's fuel delivery. There's also been a bit of a bitch to start as well, so within that carb kit is slightly bigger pilot jets, which should help, I think. I know nothing, but I do think. Right, let's have a look at this tank. Yeah, that's some rusty shit. Right, I'm going to get that down the drain proper rather than on my stones here. Right, so that's all the water run clear out of this tank. It's actually, you know, there is no real way of showing it. It's not too bad. What I was dragging out of it though was, it's obviously had a tank liner in it at some point or another. So I think there was like a brick of that when I first got it. So what? I think I'm going to have to line it anyway. I'm not just going to get away with. I don't know if you can see that at all. No, because the second I hold the camera up, it's in the light. Yeah, I mean, it's a damn sight better than was, but I think I'm going to have to line it. Now, if I'm going to line it, it's worth, I think, before I shell out on that. You can see some previous repairs. God, the sun's come out and can't see a thing. Across the leading edge there and a lot on that side. So I think what I'm going to do is strip the paint just to see what's there. I mean, even if I get the paint off and just skim over it again, so at least it's smooth, because you know it's sealed. It doesn't leak. All the crystals on it are from where it's bubbled over, so that's fine. That's just soda crystals. But I'm going to bang some stuff on and do that now. Kind of running out of time, because all the kids need to go to the opticians and real life stuff. What I have done, put the original one on it, which I like as well, and I've got nothing against that. Now this is, I think, in well, pretty rough condition as well, but I think what I'm going to do is leave that paint stripper going on that. I'm going to try a bit of electrolysis on this, because it's not been lined, but it's rusty. It just needs a decon, so I'm going to get my electrolysis kit set up. I've still got some soda crystals left over there, and I'll leave that one burning up. So put the bike away, get stuff set up, and again, I'm really only pissing around while I'm waiting for carb parts anyway, see if I can sort out that idle. So let's get that done. Right, and just as the rain starts to come down, good timing that, I've got a load of really crap paint stripper, but using it anyway just to see what the condition is around those corners there before I start investing in tank liners and the like. As a contingency, that's the old tank, just started. It's a real pain to get a decent bit of metal in there as to act as the sacrificial piece, but hey, so that's on and going. I've got to go and do kid stuff. It's really a bit of a holding pattern now. I hope I've allayed some of the concerns on the carb. I'm sure it's a carb rebuild job, but we'll see what happens. When it comes down to it, I'm just a tit in a shed messing around. Cheers all, I'll catch you later on. Ta-da. And I'm back. Fooled you. I just come out to scrape off the the sacrificial bit and restack it. Yeah, fine. I thought I'd have a quick push around of my paint stripper because it didn't seem to be doing a lot, but as you can see, it has been repaired, but it's been repaired really quite well. Scruffy, don't get me wrong, it's scruffy, but I could just fill over that and just smoothen it off a little bit. It appears to be some sort of brazing. I had a magnet in my hand a second ago. Where did I put that? I'm going nuts. I'll put it down somewhere. Anyway, it's magnetic. So I don't know what that is. Looks like copper, but I don't think copper's magnetic, is it? Oh, but anyway, it's, you know, it's not shit filler. It's metal. Ditto on this side. It appears it's scruffy as you like, but it's good. You know, it's holding. So I think I'm just going to tidy those up, which does mean that I am going to go through the arse ache of sealing the inside of this. Might get a bit of vinegar just to throw around it before I put the seal. They come in a 2-pack generally, I think. You get a cleaner and then you get the liner. So I prefer the look of that tank, I think. So it's a sealed tank. It's been repaired, but they're okay. So I think it's worthwhile making it look good and sealing it. Now that will do me. Cheers all. I'll catch you later on. Ta-da.